Our time today for joining us for the launch of BYJU'S Tuition Center in Chennai today. BYJU'S Tuition Center is a one-of-its-kind tech-enabled neighborhood tuition program that offers. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to BYJU'S leaders present here, whose brainchild is BYJU'S Tuition Center. So we have today Himanshu Bajaj, Head BYJU'S Tuition Center, Ashish Sharma, Academic Head at BYJU'S, and Adesh Singh Chadha, VP Sales and Marketing Tamil Nadu at BYJU'S.
To be here with you at the launch of BYJU'S Tuition Center. I really appreciate all of you taking out time to me. And then I have made this shift in November to BYJU'S family, where I'm heading the BYJU'S Tuition Center business. It's never an easy change when you have been in an organization for so long to come to a new place around it. But the fact is, when I heard first about the concept of BYJU'S Tuition Center, for which I joined the family, it connected immediately with me as a parent and also as a person who has been looking at consumer-oriented businesses across Asia Pacific and the world for the last 15 to 18 years. And as I explained what BYJU'S Tuition Center offering is about, what are we trying to bring to the students and parents community across India, I'll explain why I got so convinced so quickly and why I'm still so energized and what we think we are doing here with BYJU'S Tuition Center. Overall, it's a completely innovative, something that's truly world-class, one of its kind. I mean, we have looked around, we haven't found any other offering which is of a similar nature across the world. The focus for us is not just India, set world-class standards where world looks when they look at education, when they look at after-school learning, they look at what we are creating here jointly, along with the students and the parents. So in next 10-15 minutes, I'll talk you through that journey, which started in many ways. If you look at why BYJU'S started in 2011, it got into the BYJU'S Learning app, which was launched in August 2015. And this is an area which BYJU'S pioneered. It's a category that has been created by BYJU'S that didn't exist before. This was about taking the best in class in terms of concepts, knowledge, and giving it to the children to be able to learn at their own pace and time. And then over a period of time, it's introduced BYJU'S classes, which brings the teachers, a two-teacher model, to be able to teach students along with studying at a specific time, while they're also learning through the BYJU'S Learning app at home. As it has gone through, we have seen a strong adoption from the parents of this offering. The big adopt BYJU'S Tuition Center, they get all the content that's on the learning app. They get the two-teacher model that's already part of it. Adds to it the offline element where in the class, as you see, this is a classroom that you will have. There is a smart screen through which concepts are explained by the master teacher. But then there is a teacher in the room who's physically present, who connects, who manages the pace of the class, who ensures that if there is any doubt, that doubt is resolved at that time, and as well as engages them in learning by doing elements, doing practicals, etc. in the class. And then there is also an element of online classes that happen. Same teacher is there even in the online classes. So there is a consistency. The teacher knows there is a specific teachers by different subjects. They know the quality, they know where the gaps are with an individual student, and they are able to address that. At the same time, while this teacher is able to understand the needs and the need gaps of a particular student, having the online classes, having the digital element into it, we are able to track at each individual level, saying is how each student is doing when he is giving objective exams, subjective exams, where the gaps may exist. So it goes down to that fundamental level, saying is this person is not, or the student is not performing well because he is lacking in this concept which is being taught in this class or even in the last year that he missed out or she missed out on. And then you are able to offer them that personalized coaching and a learning which really takes their learning outcomes to the next level. Confused, or she is looking confused at that time, which will then go to a prompt to the teacher saying is maybe you need to ask a question and ask if you have understood that concept or not. So it is prompting that there are students who are shy, there are students who are introverted. Similarly, if you see there is a lot of engagement on some topic, everyone is excited around it, then you take it to the next level. So the technology will enable through AI, through the cameras in the room, figuring out, looking at the behavior, saying what to do more, what to do less. Where do you want to introduce more classes? If you start figuring out some doubts are coming a lot more, I need to introduce a booster class into that. So again, a lot of that happens enabled by the technology. What we are calling is this is not physical learning as people were thought. This is about digital learning in a classroom. On July, August, we launched our first center in December, and in 2 months, we've been able to scale up to 80 centers across 23 cities. The response has been fabulous. It's fantastic. I mean, we track every class. What is the feedback? On a score of out of 5, we rate around 4.7, 4.8. In many of them, the score is as high as 4.9. We are getting immediate feedback from the students of every class, every teacher that is teaching them, and that's actually really heartening for us. We get parent feedback, we get net promoter scores, what they say, how many people are enjoying, who will recommend us. Again, it's a very high launching around it, so we are at 8 centers now. These are the locations where we are present. Another 5-6 months, we should be able to expand to almost 20 centers in Chennai. So really looking forward to